October 1st, 2023 could cause massive panic in the job markets and the markets alike. My name is Coach JB. What I work to do is make complex macro and microeconomic strategies very, very simple. In today's video, I'm going to break down how the government shutdown could be the catalyst to pull back the capital markets, crypto, and the stock market. I'll share with you my opinion. None of it's financial advice. I'm just sharing with you, studying deep into history to predict the future. So I want to share with you guys, we've helped over, coming up on 10,000, almost 11,000 people with our new free book. So I want to show you guys very, very clearly on how to get this free book. And I do want to apologize. We had an abundance of demand on Monday to Tuesday. So the email system shut down. So we got that fixed. So if you didn't get your email Monday, just try it again. It should come back through. So this is a free book that I created because of thousands of messages asking Coach JV, what are you doing during these times? This is the exact blueprint I used from 2020 to 2023 and how I created financial freedom for my family and over 7,000 warriors. This is an absolutely free book. It's in the description of this YouTube video. It's in my social media links inside of my TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay. And it is an absolute free book. There's no hoops you have to jump through. Download it. I want to make sure that you trust me before you ever jump into my academy. Now, if you're ready to jump into our academy with over 7,000 warriors worldwide, you can hop right in, but I want to give you something free first. Also, if you want to set up a free consultation with my Index Universal Life team, tax code 7702, where we teach people how to secure, compound, and grow their wealth tax-free by using insurance, which is tier one capital, the safest capital in the world, especially when the capital markets are on the verge of collapse. It's a great way to secure, compound, and retire tax-free. Okay, so that's one of our 5 pillars of wealth. In the description of this video or my social media platform bios, you click there, you can set up a free consultation. So let's dive right into the content today. Now, I want to share with you guys, let's take a look at this and where America sits right now. It's very important to understand at a very deep level. And somebody asked within the comments why I say understand. I'm not under anybody in this physical world. I focus on God. Jesus is my guide. And so I am only under God and I am oneness and source with you. So I understand deep inside. I want to understand. I don't parrot information. I don't believe people's doctrine. I get into origin of what is actually happening, what feels right for me, my family, and my ecosystem. Okay. So we want to look at this. We went to 33 trillion in national debt. 33 trillion in national debt. And if you come down here and you take a look at money creation, the money supply is skyrocketing downward. So remember, we went from 2021, 2020, where they turned the printing machine on full blast, right? Tons of quantitative easing. 2022, tons of quantitative easing. And then they slammed on the brakes. They raised interest rates. Our national debt went through the roof and the money supply is now going down. So now we're feeling the reverberation effects of high interest rates where the job markets are going to start to falter. Now, October 1st, 2023. Now, this is my opinion. I think this is just a game that they're playing, just like the debt ceiling, where we go to the final hour, then they raise the debt ceiling. But this is the dangerous position America's in. 33 trillion in debt. Most of our debt right here, if you take a look, 7 trillion is held outside the United States. Most is by Japan and China. Okay. And we are now lower downgraded. We have a lower credit score now. So it costs us more to borrow for critical services. So now what we're looming is the government shutdown, which is to be fixed on October 1st. And if they don't, it is going to cause panic in the markets. People, government workers are not going to be getting paid. They're not going to be getting their paychecks. So this could cause a catalyst, but I hope it doesn't happen. But the unfortunate thing is it lines up fully with 1 year after the Shemitah. The Shemitah ended September last year. October 1st would be the end of September going into October. 1 year after the Shemitah, we usually see a massive market pullback. So what I think is going to happen, I think the markets are going to pull back heavily, creating amazing buying opportunities where we teach you to do the opposite of the 99%. Do not panic when the markets collapse. That's when you should be buying. And when everybody's celebrating, you should be selling. Very simple. Do the opposite. So let's listen to what they're talking about, the government shutdowns, and then I'll break down a little bit deeper where I think this is going to go.
Just 4 days to go. The federal government this morning appears headed for a shutdown. The dysfunction on Capitol Hill leading to uncertainty for millions of Americans. As a small group of conservatives on Capitol Hill holds up the funding of the government, President Biden already placing blame on House Republicans.
Funding the government is one of the most basic fundamental responsibilities of Congress. And if the Republicans in the House don't start doing the job, we should stop electing them.
The situation is so bleak that even members of the military are at risk. In the past, Congress has passed bills to protect service members during a shutdown, but not this time around. Even the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, acknowledges that his colleagues are putting many of America's key protectors at risk.
Why would they want to stop paying the troops or stop paying the border agents or the Coast Guard? I don't understand how that makes you stronger.
As those troops and agents wait, McCarthy is stuck. He's trying to cobble together a plan that may appease right-wing Republicans, but wouldn't pass the full Senate. Congress needs a short-term spending bill to keep the government open.
Oh, and we'll stop right there. They need a short-term spending bill to keep the government open. We're $33 trillion in debt. America got downgraded. We have a lower credit score now. Regional banks got downgraded. Banks are over leveraged, and I'll show you some more stuff that should make you take action. Okay. Stocks tumble amid the Fed fallout, shutdown worries, stock market news today. That now they're all talking about the stock market. Stock market losses accelerated on Tuesday. Wall Street remained focused on the increased likelihood that the Federal Reserve won't cut interest rates anytime soon. So they're not going to cut interest rates, guys. They held steady and they're going to raise them on the back end of this year going into 2024. And if they start to lower interest rates on the back end of the year, it is going to suck liquidity out of the bank. So when interest rates go up, cash is more viable because it's more valuable, right? Because America's a dominant currency. But when interest rates go down, they suck liquidity out of the banks back into things like crypto and the stock market. So what I believe is going to happen is we're going to have a massive pullback, creating a massive buying opportunity for the wealthy, which is us, right? You have to operate like the wealthy, operate like the 1%. So when this shit comes collapsing down, you should be buying. Okay. That's what I will be doing. Then when it starts to come back, the Bitcoin the Bitcoin halving in April 2024, you're going to see a parabolic move, I think about 60 to 90 days after that. And when that starts going up, you exit these markets, guys. You start selling because the big companies that went into Bitcoin and all these companies that were buying up, and when institutional investors come flooding in, you need to start pulling and laddering yourself out. Okay. So this is another thing that is crazy right now. So September 26th, so inverse treasury, EFT surges, yields rise. So it continues to invert the treasury bonds, guys. They're sucking liquidity out of these banks. America is in a very, very dangerous position right now. So 10-year treasury yield pulls back from 15-year high. So everything is like inverting. Everything is going reverse. So basically it printed a bunch of money. They raised interest rates, which made the shorter term bonds more attractive than the long-term bonds, which made the long-term bonds less effective or less valuable, which sucks liquidity out of the banks. So people are going to start pulling away from treasuries, which is not a good thing, family. That is not a good thing. How do you get treasury? Well, how does the government get money? Through bonds. We have to borrow money. We have more debt than we have in the system. Every dollar in the system in America is someone else's debt. So when you walk into a bank and you make your deposit into a bank of $10,000, okay, they only have to keep $1 of that. They can lend out $9 to the next person coming in. That person goes to the next bank. They deposit the $9. They only have to keep $1 of the 9 and they lend out the 8, and it keeps getting lent out over. So money creation happens over and over again. They also put your money in the capital markets and they put it into bank-owned life insurance. That's why I use the concept of index universal life or tier 1 capital, which is insurance, because we secure and compound and grow our wealth just like the banks do. Now, it's not right for everybody. You know, insurance is expensive the first 7 years. It's not sexy. It's not an exciting investment like crypto or the stock market. It does have fees to insurance, but it's a very powerful way to protect, compound, and grow your wealth where nobody can touch it. That's the important part. So I think this is very important for us to get financial education and to understand at a deep level what is actually happening and not to panic. Do I think they're going to shut down on October 1st? I don't think they will, because it would be catastrophic, family. But if they do, that is our signal that they're pulling this market back and we're going into a brand new monetary system. But it all lines up. In order to understand the future or predict the future, you must understand history, because history often repeats and mostly rhymes. And if you look at Ray Dalio's Changing World Order, you can see there's an exact cycle happening right now. But this is a great time for you to transition your family's timeline. But remember, in order to end up in a new situation, you must rewire your foundation. You have to understand how the wealthy operate. That's why I wrote the free book, to tell you the foundational things, my 5 pillars of wealth, and it's not what you think. I had to rewire my brain first to understand how money works. that money is energy, money is magnetism, money is a frequency. Once you understand how to stop trading time for money, you use money to free up time. And then your job is to get back into self, to understand who you are, and get paid to be you. That is the secret to the universe. That is the secret to Christ consciousness. That is the secret to being a human being on this earth. Everything is inverted. Okay. So I will just leave it at that. I'm not going to go too deep into that. So I love you guys very, very much. I appreciate you. If you are going to the XRP or Ripple event, I will see you there. Again, I don't know if you guys saw the email, but they stated that it's first come, first serve. So we're going to get there really early so that we can get in there and hang out with you guys. So we'll see how my Thursday, Friday videos go. It'll be kind of shifty. I'll be traveling all day tomorrow. And then I'll be in the hotel on Friday. So we'll be good. And then we'll be back on track as we go into Monday. I will be traveling next week as well. I have a lot of travel coming up, but I'll do the best I can to get all my videos on time to inform you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.